Welcome back to the Welcome Distraction. Today, we're talking about the unwritten social rulebook, the buggy software running humanity that insists only the driver touches the radio. Speakerphone in public is a war crime, and a door held from 30 yards away illegally requires an ugly jog. If you feel personally attacked by the end, don't panic. That just means you've successfully located yourself in the terms and conditions.
This is the Welcome Distraction Podcast with the Kemp Brothers. Their immature stories, thoughts, and opinions are their own and should be taken with the same level of seriousness as a drunk uncle's late-night conspiracy theory. They are not responsible for any brain cells lost, friendships ruined, or questionable life choices made under their influence. Now buckle up, buttercups.
So today's theme is the unwritten social rulebook. It's the invisible operating system running society that somehow everyone installed at birth, but no one actually documented. These are the rules nobody taught you, nobody wrote down, but if you break them, the entire room silently agrees you're a menace.
Shame.
Dirty look. All right, so first things first. If you step onto a people mover, you know what I'm talking about, like at the airports or theme parks or, not the escalator, but
flat escalator,
moving
a flat
track.
one. It's just meant to speed up your walk.
That's right. You get on one of those and you just park it in the middle.
You
Get the fuck over it.
I agree. Those are not meant to stand on. If you stand on it, you are now going just as fast as the people that aren't using it walking by it. So you've successfully ruined the whole machine.
That is probably my biggest pet peeve in the airport when you're going through. And it's made to make it so that you go faster to get where you're going. And, it does exactly what the name is.
Running when you're not running. You're just like, look at me.
But how many people you
Bionic.
see get on there and they're like, they got a break. I'm like, a break from what? You were just walking. Unless you're 95 years old, get the hell out of the way. Or even worse, you stand in the middle and block the whole damn thing. That's the most inconsiderate thing.
Not a popular opinion, but that's really an American thing too. You don't see that in a lot of other countries. Usually people walk on escalators and things of that nature to speed up the process. That's what it's there for.
Yep. Somewhere along the lines with the stairs, escalators, people just decided like, this is to move me. I don't have to put in any more work.
Escalator. I ain't climbing stairs. Maybe going down because it's easier and faster. So you're doubling that movement. But I'm not trying to climb the stairs. I get that one for the sake of you don't have to climb. It's carrying you where. But the people mover is just walking, just living.
Yeah.
I can see that one part of the time. But if I'm in a rush, you better move out of the way. That's the other thing. You're like, hey, you can stand there, but you better get the hell out of my way so I can get by because I'm trying to get to connecting flight. Have you seen the airports that have it? They have it down. They actually have like traffic lanes on it where it's a yellow line that says this side is for walking, this side is for standing. So at least they kind of have
There you go.
an idea of what you need to do so that you get the hell out of the way. Yeah, rules. Follow rules.
It's just like on the road, right? If you're driving slow, move over, right? Get over to the right lane. Left lane is for going fast and passing people. Right. Speaking of driving
right country.
The shoulders for passing everybody.
Yeah.
Speaking of driving, what do you guys think about the driver is the only one that can touch the radio?
I think that was in the Constitution. The founding fathers wrote that in.
Yeah, I agree.
Sure. Or they should be like, authorizing or allowing somebody else. You may have aux. You can take the radio. I relinquish command of the radio, or at least ask. May I? Do you mind?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I make a small minor adjustment to your shitty playlist?
You should. Don't you touch that thing.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah, that's
I would be like, yeah. What are you gonna play?
No, never mind.
Oh, we're not listening to that crap. It's broken. Yeah.
Just listen to it. You
shut them down before they even say, nope, I'll listen.
Yep. Take the knobs off. Nope. I'll just keep that right here. Or remember, back in the day, high school, right? Nicholas, when the face used to remove, bloop.
Mm-hmm.
Just take the face of the radio off.
Button.
No, don't work. Sorry.
How'd that happen?
You know the rules. Lost it again.
How do you guys feel about speakerphone calls or video calls without headphones, where like someone's walking through the grocery store and they got someone on either speakerphone or they're doing like a FaceTime call and they got no headphones on and you're having to sit there and listen to the conversation?
The world is in on their conversation. Hey, should I grab eggs? Should I grab some eggs or what? You remember that recipe I made that one time that you love that cake? I'm like, yeah, maybe this is me being ignorant, but I think of two different things, right? A phone call to me is mostly private. It's a conversation between you and somebody else that usually only between, your ear and nobody else. And if somebody else is doing it and they don't care, old people, that
are not good with technology, and they're just like, I can't hear you, boop, and they just blast it to everybody, and then they don't care. Because you know what? Not only are they not worried about anybody else hearing you, because they still can hardly hear you on
just a snack for dinner.
We're using a speakerphone in this store. Is that a good idea?
One of the speakerphone will be dead soon.
Sorry,
escalated.
Yeah,
I think
but
that
then at the end
goes
of the
to
day
for-
of influencers, that's part of the culture as well. You know, like, hey, look, check out the whole world. Here we are. So yeah.
That's
I
the
feel like-
same with watching like TikToks and videos. I mean, unless it's an instructional YouTube video, I don't think you need to be full blasting that for everybody around you
Unless
to either
it's an
hear what you're
instructional
watching.
video on how to walk on a people mover in public. On
There you
it,
go.
right there behind them.
And then they fall down.
Now, if they're
Mhm.
talking to somebody, I feel like you should be legally allowed to join in the conversation. Like
That dress
you
does
brought
make you
me,
look fat.
you know, like I didn't ask for this. You brought me into
That's
your
right.
conversation. Now
Yeah.
I'm legally obligated to participate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You just became a throuple. What?
All right. So sticking with phone,
Okay.
here's another unwritten rule. If someone shows you a picture on their phone, you should not swipe.
Can you
So-
zoom in though?
So they have the phone in their hand, or they've given you the phone and you're looking at the phone.
Either
Is it in
way.
your hand?
Regardless, I think if they're
Regardless?
holding the phone, you should ask, like, yeah, if you do want to zoom
Yeah.
in, can I zoom? Right?
Yeah, no, I feel
But you
awkward right
definitely
now
don't
just
swipe.
thinking about holding somebody else's phone and be like, this is the picture you intended to show me. What's next? Floop.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't be doing that.
That's my wife, Lita.
Pretty.
That's my dick.
Cool.
Sorry about that.
Ever.
It does feel private. Even holding somebody's phone nowadays, it's like you're holding something so in tune
Yeah.
with them that's there. Like if anybody is like, hey, check this out. Whatever it is, I still feel like, oh yeah, huh? I look at it just as long as I need to, and like, here, give it back. I couldn't imagine being, having the intestinal fortitude enough to say, what else you got on here? Unless you're trying to be an asshole, I'm like, I start swiping, but that's just, pranking
Now,
each
I
other.
have
If
been
you
the
know-
person when,
Oh.
you're in a tourist place and they're like, hey, do you mind? And they ask you to take a picture. I don't
Mhm.
mind throwing in an extra 10 pictures of my own face or, 100 of them real quick. No, that I have no
Dick.
problem with. Later when they look at it and they're like, oh, you got us.
When did he
Who
put
is
this
that
down
guy?
his pants?
Now, I've had a time where someone is like, here, look at my pictures, and they hand you the phone, and now they're expecting you to swipe, and it's like, which way do I swipe? Which way do I
Yeah.
swipe? Can you clarify for
Is
me?
this an album?
Yeah,
Is
go
it
right.
end?
I mean, left.
Is there an end to this album, or am I going to go too far?
Where do I
Yeah.
stop? Is that the last one?
Man,
Yep.
yep.
No, keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah,
I don't
I saw
think
the mole you
everybody-
were worried about. You should probably get that checked out too.
I think anybody that is handed a phone would normally assume that they're not being given access to a full album to go through. They're just looking at that one picture. So whoever does that and says, hey, look at my albums of photos, bloop, 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 you're a special kind of person.
All right. How about when somebody holds a door open for you? You got to show a little bit of hustle, right? Like at least make it look like,
Oh, no, I'm going to slow down.
Appreciate it. Thanks for the effort.
You're walking all brisk. You see somebody open the door and you're just like, ugh.
Get-
I'm so tired. I don't want to get there faster.
Yeah. Nope. You give them the little gun in the week. Hey, thanks for opening that.
Yeah, you should absolutely hustle up and then also say thank you. It's polite. If not,
And
you
then,
should slam their hand in the door or whatever you can do.
And then under your breath, you say, thanks a lot, you piece of shit.
and I think you've got to be mindful too. If you're the one that's holding the door, like if they're like 30 yards away, you got to make that call. Like, nah, it's too far away, right?
No.
I'm not obligated at this point to hold the door open because if you do, now you're being the dick.
Who's ever done that though? They're like, all right, this is going to be an in-betweener. I'm going to hurry up to ensure that they're far enough away where
I
I'm
was
not
just
the
thinking that.
asshole.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, who? I'm not holding the door. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
close, plenty.
I
And
don't
then
want
you
it to
get in the
be.
door, you're like,
yeah.
damn, they got there pretty quick.
Yeah, well, hey, you didn't see that. Let me get that door for you.
That's
Like,
It's funny because everyone's got that cutoff, right? Where you might be thinking, yeah, I got here quick enough. I didn't need to hold it. And that person's probably like, what a fucking dick. He didn't hold the door for me.
Yeah.
Like,
Didn't
I was
so
gonna
think.
hustle. I was ready to jog, but no, he just fucking went right in, didn't hold the door. Dick.
Dead to me.
What about
about,
when somebody's walking across the street in a crosswalk or something, and clearly, the car was engaged enough to where they didn't have to let the person, but yet they stop. The car stops, lets the individual walk across the street, and they don't wave or anything. Well, what do you think we should do?
Run him over.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, give
the
them a
one
little
we
courtesy
were
wave,
doing.
little thank yous. Hey, thanks. You didn't have
Yep.
to, but you did, and I appreciate it. If
Same thing
not,
for traffic.
Take them out.
Yep.
Add them to the total. You're driving down the road and, there's a tough spot and you have to brake to let somebody in. They are obligated to give you the acknowledgement of, thank you, I appreciate it. And if they don't, you get in the back of them, pit maneuver, put them in the wall. Yeah, get them loose, put them in the wall.
I believe if you let somebody cut in front of you in traffic and they don't give you the little wave, it should be perfectly legal to get up underneath them, get them loose, and put them into the wall.
Should be like, yep, they do.
Yeah, is that true? You did not give them the courtesy? Yeah.
Well,
now
no,
you're free to go.
I didn't know. Well, I had my hands full and stuff. I had my beer and I couldn't just.
Oh yeah. He has beer. Don't want to spill his beer. Makes sense.
All right, you guys both go in here.
All right, so this next one, I guess, applies to guys only. I'm sure some women that like to go in the bathroom, which I recently experienced. That was kind of a weird story. We'll save that for another show.
Hey,
That's a totally different type of
I was in the
distraction.
right bathroom. They were not in the right bathroom.
Are you on a list?
I did have to check, though. I had to make sure. I was like, oh, okay, there's urinals over there. Yes, I'm in the right bathroom.
Well, it gets really confusing when you shit in urinals, Nicholas. You should have realized your mistake when you saw people come in the entrance while your ass was on the urinal and you're facing the exit / entrance. Also, when you're doing that, the upper deckers get confusing too. You're like, oh man, was I supposed to be up here?
But if
Shitting on the handle of the urinal.
if
If you don't
I
know what that
don't
is,
back
look
it-
it up.
but if I don't back
How it
into the
works.
urinals, I can't give dudes the thank you wave as they come in.
Hey, F5, guys.
I mean, I can figure some things out for myself.
So a lot of women might not know this next one. It's really a dudes only, but the urinals, which is different than the stalls. So let's make that clear distinction. They have nothing but stalls in their bathrooms. I'm assuming they haven't been in the girls' bathroom.
Sure.
In most men's bathroom, we have stalls and we have urinals. Urinals are the ones you can just walk up to, whip it out, do your thing. It is another unwritten rule that if you go into a bathroom and there is a dude there using the urinal and there are a plethora of other urinals available, you do not go to the urinal directly next to the guy that's already there.
You sure?
You didn't know this?
Pretty sure everybody likes company, and they just put their arm over the divider and they're like, hey,
Yeah,
buddy,
you lean over.
how's it going?
Say, nice watch. I like that watch.
Yeah,
And cross
it's on the
streams.
other arm. Hey.
But if there is only one urinal, you get directly behind them in line, almost heel to toe, and wait your turn.
Yeah.
Check it out, buddy.
Normal.
Come on, let's go.
Okay. You're almost
Get in
done.
there.
I can feel it.
Yeah.
And then
If there's a 3 urinal set we got going on, you got 2 people on the outside lanes and someone wants to choose the inside lane, that's fine. You know what? Hey, go ahead. But if 2 people are lining up on the outside, that's weirder than not going in the middle.
Together.
now, let's say you got 3 urinals and nobody's in there. Which one you going to, Brett?
You go all the way left, you go all the way right. You do not go in the middle. If you do, hey, you did it for a reason.
Yeah, you
Let's
were
just say.
wanting a neighbor. You were like,
You
hey,
know-
glad you guys showed up.
You were open for business.
You might as well register right when you get there.
Yeah. I wrote my name on when I walked in.
Yeah, no, I peed in all 3 of these. Each
Run
trip?
around.
No, just right now. I was running around before you got in.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Good
marking
job.
my territory.
That's a definite unwritten rule. Come on, guys.
So when I walk in, that's me, I walk in, and I spot this guy who I don't know standing over there. Where's the proper place to go? That is the best solution. Yes, yeah. And the absolute worst solution is, of course, there. That's...
All right, here's a good segue. Going straight from the bathroom to the kitchen.
Without washing
Person
your
who
hands.
cooks does not do the dishes. Agree or
That's
disagree?
good. That's a nice rule, but
Yeah,
somebody who
If
did
we
all the
could all
work and
afford
cook
that,
what if you're the only one there?
Well, and
Someone's gotta do the
dishes gonna stack up. If somebody's cooking, usually it takes a lot more effort and planning and coordination. The least you could do is the fucking dishes when you're done.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of food, you go to a restaurant and you're not ready to order, get the hell out of the way. Right? Don't hold up the line.
Like you gotta leave the table, or you're hey, you're not ready to order. Get out. No.
Hey,
You go
this
out, sit in the
seat's-
car. Think about what you
this
want.
table is now
Read the
open.
menu. Come back in. You're just fast
Talking about,
food like at the
fast
register.
food, like I don't know what I
Move
want,
on.
buddy.
Steps to the side. Well, there's a lot of pressure when I go in there, and especially if it's a fast food restaurant or a place that you order standing up at a register or something, and I don't know the menu and there's nobody in line. Man, I'll go in there They'll be like, Frank, can I take your order? I'm like, I have no idea. I need to take like at least 10 seconds here and do that. Okay, there's so much pressure. I'm just like, I'll take a water. I'm out of here. No. And then somebody else walks in behind me directly. No, go ahead. Just go right in front of me because I'm going to have to read this menu here and take my time. I can't do this.
I mean, there's a lot of anxiety there, especially if there's a long line and you didn't get a chance to get a good look at the menu before you get up there.
Or if you can't
read. You don't want to have to go to the back. Like, well, got to pick something.
Number 3, and you're like, I didn't want that, but I'm going to eat it now. I didn't want sushi. It's a gas station. I told myself when I came in here, I was not getting the number 3. That was the only thing I knew. And I said 3. That's what I'm eating. I got 3 number 3s. God damn it. We all wanted different things. Well, y'all got 3s. Yeah, I'm sorry. Don't let me order again. We'll drive on to the next one, throw it all in the trash. Okay? Nobody wanted salmon. Yeah. Who eats at Captain D's anyway? You guys? Oh, we ain't got them in Utah.
All right. When you text someone, just the letter K. It's a written threat.
Hey, K. I think that's what the kids call rage baiting these days. You just text me K. What's your problem?
Like,
okay.
How lazy are you that you can't just put an O in front of it?
Yeah.
Instead of saying okay,
it's on purpose.
You just say K.
Don't worry, it's K, guys. It's K. It's saying this is how little I think of whatever you just said, and you are not worth me typing out an actual response. Hey, so just so you know, I did this today. I ran over here and took care of this, and by the way, this is going to be terrible. And then you just write,
Jesus, you are fucking priceless. Aww. You're the one who's fucking priceless? This motherfucker right here. Oh, he wants to. Oh,
Okay. Person's so mad at me right now. I think it's dependent on the situation. Like, hey, what if you don't have any time, but you know what? You're going to make enough time just to say K. You're lucky you got that, Hey, do you have any more time to say anything other than K? Or the opposite, when someone takes the time to put okay, like O-K-I-E, okay. Like, wow, they really invented a new way to say okay. They really took their time. I haven't experienced that. Is that a thing? That is a thing. Okay. Okie dokie. It's even more. You're like, wow, you were bored and just looking for a reason to text. Okay.
Move your feet, lose your seat.
Damn right. What are we talking about? Oh, in any
This
line?
is 9/10 of the law, right?
Anywhere. Like, say you're on the couch. If you abandon the couch without calling dibs, you've voluntarily entered
That
the
depends. Do I own the couch? If I own the couch, then yeah. No, but if it's like, hey, I've been sitting here, we're 3/4 of the way through the movie, I had to get up and go pee. If I get up and someone jumps in my seat, we're going to have a problem. But yeah, if it's free for all and people move around all the time, yeah, I get it. So what if somebody's like, hey, you're in my spot, and they just look up at you and say, okay? Punch them in the face. Right there.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
They just give you the thank you wave. No, that ain't working now.
Get out.
A hallway conversation should never happen with two people standing on opposite sides, like a defensive line in the NFL. Agree?
Nope.
Disagree?
Awkwardly make people walk between you. It's because there's like sentences going back and forth, and then you're forcing somebody to go, wee, and walk through that. It feels like if you have any kind of common sense, you feel like a dick just for walking through. Excuse me. Sorry. But it's those people's fault for putting you in that position. Unless it's completely unavoidable, why don't you stand on the same side and talk to each other? Or better yet, get the hell out of the hallway.
Like, I get it to an extent. Like, you may not think about it in the moment because a lot of those conversations are like impromptu conversations because you were in the midst of just passing each other. And
hey, Nick,
it probably started as like
urinal
awkward. It probably started as like awkward eye contact. Like, do I make eye contact? Do I not? Do I just keep going? Or I just give them a head nod? But sometimes it winds up with like, hey, how are you been? And you wind up, you want to talk. The conversation lasts longer than you thought it would. And the next thing you know, you got Mary coming through the hallway, and you're like, at that point, you should recognize like, oh, I'm being a dick. I should probably move to the same side as the other individual I'm talking to.
Yeah,
that I think is acceptable.
What about if you're peeing at a urinal next to each other and then you try to walk through? That makes it really awkward. You shouldn't cross streams. Oh, sorry about that. Excuse me. Why are we peeing in the hallway? Yeah, I do believe that walking between somebody's conversations, it's like you are truly interrupting them, and you're like, oh, especially if it's like I apologize. Now, but if I come back the second time, you're still there. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's like, hey, whoa, fellas. Hey, excuse me. Get outside. I called truce for a second. I got to cut through here. I have no choice. There's a fire alarm going off, and I got okay.
Well, when you come back through, you're obligated to make a joke like, hey, you guys getting a lot of work done out here? Yeah, this is where all the work happens.
All right, that guy's being a dick. We better get back to work. To the water cooler.
All right, last one. This is a big one for me. You don't one up someone else's story with your own.
Speaking of that, I'd like to talk to you about.
Unless we've clearly entered group trauma dump circle mode. Otherwise, sit with your better story in silence like a decent human being.
Yeah. Everybody loves a shop top, right? We used to have those where constantly you couldn't share an experience without somebody else constantly taking your experience and dumping all over it because they've been there, they've done that. Yeah. Sometimes you just got to take it in and be a good listener and understand what they're saying. Contribute to the conversation, but not take it over.
That's right.
It can be hard sometimes, especially if they're talking about stuff that you're
one time I didn't. No, I'm just kidding.
Go on. Okay.
Man, I think it even applies to like if you're texting someone like an update on something like you just learned like breaking news and you send it to someone, like you can either let's say you already knew about it, you can either be like, yeah, I saw that like 20 minutes ago and just like devastate them, be like, damn it, or you can let them have it and be like,
I hold on to that many times. I'll be like, you know what, this was their moment, I'm gonna let them have it. They took a lot of time in writing it, and I don't even think they wrote the headline. They typed this headline out. They earned this one. Like, wow. I think I actually just did it when I said that. I do that. Do? Did
you say do?
I did. Okay. But yeah, it's hard when the conversation's about, you're trying to have empathy for others. What if it's about their kid? And you're like, wow, yeah, that's terrible. My kid wants to, they're like, oh, man, I turned it on towards me. Sorry about that. My kid did that and was better than your kid, whatever we're talking about. Let's make it all about you. I'm out of here.
Then people don't want to talk to you anymore. We all know those toppers. We all got it.
Sometimes it's fun.
You got to be careful
though.
Yeah, sometimes you don't even realize you're doing it.
Sometimes you want to see what the guy, and you're like, all right, let's see what he says.
That's bullshit. Hey, here's an idea. Try having a point when you tell a story. Idiot.
Makes it so much more enjoyable for the listener.
Right. See you next time. Then you start avoiding them in the hallway. Don't worry about crossing
there you
streams
are,
with
yelling
that guy in
into the hallway. Not crossing streams anymore. All right, you guys got anything else?
You do not.
Okay, I'm going to bring us home.
Bring us home.
So if you've learned nothing else today, it's that civilization isn't held together by laws or ethics. It's held together by side-eye, petty judgment, and 3 ounces of basic etiquette. If this episode made you feel personally attacked, congratulations. You're absolutely a part of the problem. And spoiler alert, so are we. We just have microphones. Until next time, try not to become the main character in a stranger's rant, TikTok, or group chat screenshot. We're the welcome distraction. Thanks for wasting your time with us when you definitely had better things to do. I'm Nick.
I'm Brett.
I'm Chris.
Thanks for joining us.
Peace.